It's now 19 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock on this beautiful Friday morning. You're on the Now Morning Show. I'm Kimberly D'Souza. Now, The Road Made to Walk is Zeno Obi Constance's dramatic production of the life and times of Calypso Grandmaster Kitchener. Here to tell us more about their vision of the play is actress and Calypsonian and multi-hyphenated woman Eunice Peters, and of course, Public Relations and Marketing Officer of the Faizabad Connection Theatre Company, Mr. Kevin Fortune. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Kevin, I mean, we're doing this play about the life and times of Lord Kitchener. Why did the Faizabad Connection Theatre Company want to get involved in something like this?
Kitch at 100.
Of course.
The fact that Kitchener would have been 100 years this year, and the fact that he is one of the most prolific Calypsonians that have come out of Trinidad and Tobago. And so we just wanted to do our part. And it has been happening, but we wanted to, as our tagline says, Kitch at 100 with a difference.
Right.
So we wanted to add that dramatic flair to the music. And so that's why we have this Calypso musical that celebrates the life of Lord Kitchener. The play actually was written in 2003.
Yes, it's been a while.
So yes, so it's really good that we can have this opportunity now to come and showcase the life of Lord Kitchener in a factual and then artistic license taken for his life as well.
Of course. Now, it was back in 2003. Did you adopt it to kind of fit this modern world that we live in now?
Actually, so the play was written, Zeno Constancy is the playwright, and it's actually Royal Gibbons who spoke to him and said, boy, you should do a play about Kitchener.
Yeah.
And so adaptation, to say now, not really, because it really showcases his humble beginnings in Arima, his 15-year sojourn in London,
right.
His dramatic return to Trinidad and Tobago with the very publicized Calypso battles with the Mighty Sparrow, and just overall his life and his contribution. So no adaptation needed. It was just right there.
Now, Ms. Peters, I mean, I actually thought you were going to be playing Maggie, but you told me that you're playing so many roles. So let's get a little bit into what some of those roles are in the production.
Well, I'm there because you would have heard that it's a Calypso musical. And the first hat I wear is Eunice Peters, the Calypsonian. Right. I am also one of the foundation members of the Faizabad Theatre Company. I was born and bred in Faizabad. Zeno Constance is a past teacher of mine, and I was actually in the very first run of the production, The Road, in 2003. And when the opportunity arose again to have to do it this time, I said, okay, no problem. I'm back down in my village of Faizabad, so why not just jump in? So I am actually playing Miss Harriman. Miss Harriman is the landlady of the Lord Kitchener, one of his landladies, so to speak, back in England. I'm actually playing the third ghost, because there are multiple times when different characters in terms of ghosts come to Kitchener to take him back, to remind him, this is where you started, this is where you're at, this is what you needed to do, this is what you did, what you didn't do, kind of thing. And of course, I'm one of the lead supporting vocals in the play.
Nice. And so the material that you're singing, is it that they would have been written by Zeno, or you have your own?
No, all of the material that is being done is actually the music of the Grandmaster himself. Nice. And I had it's really passionate for me because I had the opportunity. I spent many years at the Calypso Review. I had the opportunity of actually gracing the stage. I mean, my very first audition and entry into the Calypso Review was done by the Lord Kitchener himself. And for me, it was back in 2003. It was me doing my part, and it's the same thing back around at this time at the Apple. It's just me saying, well, yeah, I really need to do this.
I think we're seeing some pics on screen here. I mean,
yes.
Ms. Peters, how does it feel? I mean, not only did you work with Zeno Constance, but you also had Lord Kitchener to work with as well, and now doing something about his life and times. I mean, how does that feel to be on the stage representing him like that?
It is actually breathtaking. It really is. I mean, when I first joined the Calypso Review, I warmed the bench for 8 weeks.
Wow.
And on the very last night of the closing of the tent, Kitchener said, go and call the young girl upstairs. And, I'm shaking, and the foster said, just go out there and do what you know you could do this. And, when I was through doing the song, Jazzy Panton, deceased Jazzy Panton, said to me, told my manager at that time, Big B, he said, okay, well, bring she back next year. So it was like him. It was like an approval stamp.
Yes, yes.
You know, for me, I mean, I was in the calypso industry a couple of years before, but I mean, this is the grand master himself, and it was teary-eyed, it was breathtaking. So this is really me really being passionate about this to be able to do this. We have when we started out open on the 29th, we had Colonel Roberts as one of the guest artists.
Right.
That's another feature in the play. We actually have Calypsonians who would have been associated with Lord Kitchener guessing in the play, coming in and actually doing being with us on stage. So Colonel was there on the 29th when we opened. This Saturday we have Valentino gracing the stage with us, and on Sunday we have Crazy himself, and both Calypsonians would have spent some excessive amount of time being around him. I mean, I just had a little bite. They were actually fortunate enough to really, I mean, Valentino lived with Lord Kitchener for almost a year and a half, and Crazy spent more than about 12 or 13 years singing two spaces behind him. So, I mean, it's really us as artists really putting back in. Even the person who's playing Kitchener, Curtis Gross.
Right, yes.
Curtis Gross, who's a well-known actor in Trinidad and Tobago. Javon is there. I mean, all of them, they spent time around Lord Kitchener. So for us, it was just,
This
let's
sounds
just do this.
so amazing. I mean, who is at the helm to direct this? Because having all these moving characters, Kevin, I mean, who is involved to direct this production?
Well, Geneva Drupal Singh, she is the director. She has been practically our in-house director for the past, since the 2000 actually. She has a really good working relationship with Zeno Constance, and so as the playwright, he has given her the task of bringing this to life. I spoke to her about, her process, and she basically wants to make people think, because I really think that it's a great reintroduction of the life of Lord Kitchener to a new generation, and having that avenue of, maybe some people don't want to go sit down, listen to Calypso. I mean, we could dispute that as a whole other show.
Of course, yes.
Right? But having it in there with all the aspects of theater and the visual and the performing and everything meld together is really a great lesson. And so she is using that opportunity now to, craft and to have people think and to give people, some perspective. Specifically, one of the things that I think she really liked was the aspect where Lord Kitchener, there was that little debacle of him and the national award, right? And so that is something especially that was, dealt with in a very dramatic way. And as I steal away from backstage and sat at supper last Sunday, it was, the energy of it on stage was just like literally
amazing.
Literally amazing. And so having that now introduced to a new generation, having, Kitchener, on stage, really give his side, for something like that, it really just introduces it, and we're so grateful, as Eunice said, to be a part of this. It really is something that we think is spectacular. We're not just saying that because we're part of the connection, we're part of it. Like, it honestly is something that we think that is, a national treasure.
So if people want to come out and see this play, when is it showing? Where is it showing?
Right. So we are on Saturday and Sunday, so the 11th and the 12th at Sapa. Saturday, the show starts at 8 p.m. and Sunday, the matinee starts at 5. Right? If you want tickets, you can check Tuco's South Office in San Fernando. There's Athletes by the Park at Sapero Street. There is Blueberry Bookstore in Point Fortin. And Giles, St. Joseph. And I think there's one more. But you can also call 680-0346 and book your tickets at the box office. And so we're really appealing to everyone to come on down. It's going to be a treat at $150. Trust me, bargain for your money.
And Kevin, I think there's a flyer on the screen right now.
Yes.
So we have the phone numbers, we have where they can get the tickets.
Yes.
And we also have some of the cast members as well. So we really kind of ramping up for a good show this weekend.
Yes.
But I have to pick your brain, Kevin. I mean, why should someone come out and see this version of The Road Made to Walk?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's the only version.
Yeah.
I was about
So
to.
there's that.
Yeah.
Right?
No, but I know you had it. I think you had it sometime in May, right? Like you showed it in May. Was it at the end of May you showed it?
No.
This is
No.
your first time?
No.
Okay,
No, in a very long time.
In a very
that
long
this
time,
has,
yeah.
this has come to
Since
light.
2003.
Yeah.
So, as I said, you know, it's an original piece.
Yes.
The fact that a lot of people go to Broadway to see a musical.
Yeah.
We bring in a calypso musical with the majority of the work from the Lord Kitchener himself, and also the Mighty Sparrow, because there's, you know, that battle and that tension in there. So come and see Kitch and Sparrow on stage battle it out musically.
Yeah.
So it's entertaining, it's educational, it's heart-wrenching, it's really education for the culture. And so I'm appealing to everyone, please come out. Please come out. You will not regret it. And at $150, come on.
Come on.
2.5 hours of a show. Crazy, Valentino, Colonel Roberts in there. Come on.
It's a whole package.
It's a definite package.
Thank you so much.
I think the world
Tell us,
has
Eunice.
the world has Elvis.
Right.
Trinidad and Tobago has the Grand Master himself, the Lord Kitchener. And in April we would have celebrated his 100th birthday. And this is an educational opportunity for persons to bring its kids, for even adults to come out and really get insight into who the Grand Master was. Because I think the playwright did an excellent job of actually capturing his life, according to Kevin, from his humble beginnings in Arima to England, and then his re-entry back into Trinidad and Tobago. So it's educational. It is the Grand Master. It is one of our local gems, one of our stars, our mentors, and
our icons. Yeah.
And for no other reason, you should make a general attempt to come out and really get a look at and be educated about his life.
Nice. Well, Ms. Peters, Mr. Fortune, thank you so much for coming on now. It definitely should be very educational, as you say. And I know that your phone lines are going to be ringing this weekend, and I wish you guys all the best with your production.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
And that was actress and calypsonian Eunice Peters, and of course the Public Relations Officer and Marketing Officer of the Faizabad Connection Theatre Company, Mr. Kevin Fortune. She's sharing with us what we can expect from The Road Made to Walk, which will be on at, is it Sapa?
Yes.
At Sapa this weekend. You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.